What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. The UFC has reportedly parted ways with a welterweight fighter who remained undefeated throughout his tenure in the promotion, sparking significant debate within the MMA community. Since signing with the UFC, the fighter built an impressive unbeaten streak in the welterweight division, showcasing a combination of technical skill, power, and finishing ability that earned him widespread recognition. Most recently, he delivered a dominant 54-second knockout, a performance that made the decision not to renew his contract even more surprising to fans and analysts alike. Following the announcement, the fighter addressed the situation directly on Telegram, clarifying that he was not technically fired by the UFC. Instead, he explained that his contract had simply expired and was not renewed. While he noted that the decision was made for certain reasons that were not fully disclosed, he emphasized that multiple offers from other promotions have already arrived, many reportedly offering significantly higher financial incentives than his UFC contract. Speculation quickly emerged online regarding the underlying factors influencing the UFC's decision. Some observers suggest that the move may be driven more by business considerations than by the fighter's performance. A common theory circulating is that Russian fighters, despite their elite skill level and in-ring achievements, may not generate the same level of revenue or marketability as fighters from other regions. Critics argue that, as a business entity, the UFC prioritizes profitability and audience appeal over purely sporting merit. Others have proposed that this development reflects a broader trend in which Russian fighters are either being released or encouraged to compete under different national affiliations to enhance their marketability. While these claims remain largely speculative, they have reignited ongoing debates about meritocracy, fighter compensation, and global representation in the sport. Despite the controversy, the fighter appears confident in his future, with multiple opportunities already on the horizon outside the UFC. This situation raises an important question. Should the UFC have renewed the contract of an undefeated, highlight reel finisher, or was the decision a strategic business choice grounded in profitability considerations? The discussion continues to resonate across the MMA world. Before we jump into the next story, we have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon. It really helps us out and ensures you'll never miss an update. Moving on to another news, Ariel Helwani did not hold back in his reaction to Andrew Tate's recent defeat to Chase Dior, describing the outcome as one of the most significant fraud checks in combat sports history. Helwani argued that the fight exposed a stark contrast between Tate's carefully curated public persona and his actual in-ring abilities, revealing a performance that fell far short of the dominance he consistently projects. Helwani was quick to dismiss comparisons between Tate's loss and Jake Paul's defeat to Anthony Joshua, calling the notion completely absurd. He emphasized that Paul faced a former heavyweight world champion, a globally recognized and elite-level opponent, whereas Tate lost to Chase Dior, a misfits boxing champion. According to Helwani, the disparity in the caliber of competition makes any comparison irrelevant and underscores the inflated narrative surrounding Tate's reputation. While Helwani acknowledged the courage required to step into the ring, whether as an amateur, professional, or influencer, he criticized Tate's attempt to rationalize the loss afterward. Tate has built his personal brand around the concept of being the ultimate alpha male, promoting a philosophy centered on dominance, success, and winning at all costs. Helwani argued that this makes Tate's post-fight messaging particularly disingenuous. After the fight, Tate attempted to frame the outcome as a moral victory, suggesting that effort, even in failure, holds value. Helwani strongly rejected this reframing, noting that Tate's persona has always been built on triumph, superiority, and wealth, not humility or the idea of noble failure. Attempting to pivot to a message of moral accomplishment, Helwani stated, directly contradicts the narrative Tate has cultivated over several years. In Helwani's assessment, Tate should never have accepted the fight if there was any uncertainty about his ability to secure a decisive victory. By entering the ring unprepared and delivering a subpar performance, he not only lost the bout but suffered a public dismantling of the carefully constructed image he has spent years promoting. For Helwani, this defeat represents more than just a loss. It is a profound exposure of the gap between persona and reality in combat sports. Moving on to another news. Former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold has voiced strong criticism over Paddy Pimblett's rapid ascent toward a lightweight title opportunity, arguing that the rising star has not yet done enough to legitimately earn earn his place in championship contention. Pimblett is slated to face Justin Gaethje for the interim lightweight title at UFC 324, but Rockhold believes the opportunity has been granted more as a promotional maneuver than as a reward for demonstrated merit. Speaking with Submission Radio, Rockhold suggested that the UFC is actively fast-tracking Pimblett into a title situation, largely because of his popularity, rather than his competitive resume. According to Rockhold, the promotion appears determined to position Pimblett as a champion in an effort to boost fan engagement and reignite enthusiasm in the UK market, a strategy that prioritizes marketing potential over sporting merit. Rockhold also expressed skepticism regarding the concept of interim titles, questioning both their legitimacy and significance. He criticized fighters who treat interim championships as equivalent to undisputed titles, emphasizing that true elite competitors understand the distinction. Using Justin Gaethje as an example, Rockhold noted that seasoned fighters like Gaethje likely view an interim belt as holding little long-term value compared to winning the actual championship. In contrast, Rockhold highlighted Pimblett's public confidence and his talk of championships as premature. He suggested that the young fighter is already being treated like a champion before proving himself against the division's most elite competitors, a dynamic that risks undermining the competitive integrity of the lightweight division, widely regarded as one of the deepest and most talent-rich in the UFC. While Rockhold acknowledged Pimblett's popularity and potential, he made it clear that star power alone should not dictate title opportunities. He believes fighters should earn championship shots through consistent victories over top-level opposition, rather than favorable matchmaking or promotional hype. As the debate unfolds, Pimblett now faces a formidable challenge in Justin Gaethje, a proven veteran known for his resilience and elite-level competition. Whether Pimblett can silence critics like Rockhold remains to be seen, but questions regarding the legitimacy of his title shot continue to fuel discussion throughout the MMA community. Moving on to another news. Former UFC heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovski has publicly addressed his recent altercation with popular streamer Jack Doherty, providing his account during an appearance on the Ariel Helwani show. The incident, which occurred over the weekend, quickly garnered attention after Doherty accused Arlovski of deliberately instigating the confrontation. According to Doherty, Arlovski intentionally bumped into him before attempting to throw a kick without provocation. Arlovski, however, strongly denied these claims, pushing back against the narrative that he was at fault. Speaking candidly, the veteran fighter expressed frustration at being blamed largely due to his age and reputation, joking that people are quick to point fingers at the old guy. Arlovski explained that after reviewing public reactions online, the overwhelming majority of comments contradicted Doherty's version of events. Drawing on more than 25 years of professional fighting experience across cages, rings, and gyms worldwide, Arlovski emphasized that he has no reason to act recklessly in a public setting. He maintained that video evidence supports his account, stating that he calmly attempted to ask Doherty what the issue was before being struck unexpectedly. Arlovski made it clear that he was neither intoxicated nor acting alone, suggesting that the altercation escalated instantly without his intent to provoke violence. Following Arlovski's comments, Doherty responded on social media with a provocative video, escalating the situation further. In the clip, Doherty suggested that he and his friends would be willing to face Arlovski in a boxing ring, even proposing a 3-on-1 or 4-on-1 scenario. He went as far as claiming that a matchup involving himself and his security guard could overpower the former UFC champion. The response was met with widespread disbelief and criticism from fans, many of whom deemed the challenge disrespectful and unrealistic given Arlovski's elite combat background. As the situation continues to unfold, the incident has sparked broader discussion about accountability, respect for combat sports veterans, and the increasingly blurred lines between professional fighters and internet personalities. Moving on to another news, Sean O'Malley and his longtime coach, Tim Welch, recently expressed their admiration and excitement for Tony Ferguson following his latest victory in the boxing ring. The former UFC interim lightweight champion has continued his impressive start to a professional boxing career, improving his record to 2-0 after defeating Warren Spencer at Misfits Mania last weekend. With the win, Ferguson also captured the Misfits Boxing Middleweight Championship, marking a significant milestone in his post-UFC journey. During their discussion, O'Malley and Welch praised Ferguson's performance, highlighting his sharpness, energy, and composure throughout the bout. O'Malley humorously noted that Ferguson seemed noticeably younger and more explosive than usual, joking that Tony can appear anywhere between 30 and 50 years old, but on fight night, he looked closer to his physical prime. Both agreed that Ferguson exhibited the same confidence, aggression, and composure that made him a fan favorite during his UFC career, demonstrating that his competitive instincts remain intact. One particularly memorable moment came when Ferguson scored a knockdown and shouted at his opponent to get back up, a display of intensity that immediately reminded fans of his signature mindset from MMA. O'Malley and Welch laughed while recounting the moment, describing it as classic Tony Ferguson energy and a clear indication that his competitive fire is as strong as ever. Welch also emphasized that this victory followed Ferguson's first boxing win, confirming that he is now on a 2-fight winning streak in the sport. For longtime fans who witnessed the challenges Ferguson faced toward the end of his MMA career, seeing him find renewed success in boxing has been particularly gratifying. O'Malley summed up the sentiment by calling Ferguson's resurgence a feel-good story for combat sports enthusiasts. Both he and Welch agreed that watching Tony thrive in a new arena serves as a reminder that reinvention and redemption are always possible, providing fans with an early holiday gift and proof that elite athletes can continue to evolve and succeed beyond their original disciplines. Moving on to another news. A significant shakeup has emerged ahead of UFC 326, as a main card bout has officially been cancelled following Paulo Costa's withdrawal from his scheduled fight. Costa was slated to face Bruno Ferreira in a highly anticipated middleweight matchup, but recent reports indicate that he has pulled out of the contest for undisclosed reasons, leaving fans and analysts speculating about the circumstances surrounding his decision. As of now, Costa has not publicly addressed the situation, and the UFC has yet to confirm whether the bout will be rescheduled or if Ferreira will remain on the card against a replacement opponent. The uncertainty has left the status of Ferreira's participation at UFC 326 inches limbo, with fans eagerly awaiting official clarification. The cancellation represents a notable blow to the event, as Costa is one of the promotion's most recognizable middleweights and a consistent main card attraction. Known for his aggressive fighting style, powerful striking, and outspoken personality, Costa typically brings significant excitement and hype to any fight card. His planned matchup with Ferreira was expected to be an action-packed clash with potential implications for the middleweight rankings, making his absence particularly impactful. For Bruno Ferreira, this fight represented a major opportunity to elevate his profile within the division by taking on a former title challenger. Should the UFC secure a short-notice replacement opponent, Ferreira could still showcase his skills on a prominent stage, but the sudden change undeniably alters the dynamics of his career trajectory. This situation underscores the unpredictable nature of mixed martial arts, where injuries, personal circumstances, and other unforeseen factors can disrupt fight cards with minimal notice. Fans and analysts alike are now closely monitoring the promotion for updates regarding both fighters and whether the originally scheduled matchup can be salvaged at a later date. For the time being, UFC 326 will proceed with a significant hole on its main card, and all eyes remain on the UFC to see how they will address the sudden cancellation while maintaining the event's overall excitement and competitiveness. Moving on to another news, UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev recently showcased his playful side by pulling a lighthearted prank on longtime teammate and fellow Dagestani fighter Zubaira Tukhugov. The incident, which quickly went viral among fans online, offered a rare glimpse into the camaraderie and humor shared within the tight-knit Dagestani MMA circle. According to those present, Makhachev handed Tukhugov a snack without warning him that it was extremely spicy. Expecting a normal bite, Tukhugov was immediately caught off guard as the intense heat hit, resulting in a dramatic and amusing reaction. His surprise and struggle to handle the spice sparked laughter among teammates, turning the prank into an instant hit. Known for his disciplined and focused demeanor inside the octagon, Makhachev appeared thoroughly entertained by the moment, smiling as Tukhugov reacted to the unexpected challenge. The incident revealed a side of Islam that fans rarely see. Despite being a dominant champion with a serious competitive mindset, he clearly enjoys joking and bonding with those around him. Tukhugov, who has trained alongside Makhachev for years, appeared to take the prank in stride, laughing it off and understanding it as friendly banter between close training partners. Their interaction reflects the deep trust and mutual respect that develops when fighters spend countless hours together in the gym and traveling for fights. Moments like these resonate strongly with fans because they humanize elite athletes, who are often only seen in high-pressure, intensely competitive environments. The prank served as a reminder that, even within a sport as physically demanding and serious as mixed martial arts, strong friendships, humor, and lighthearted moments are still very much a part of life behind the scenes. As Makhachev continues to dominate the lightweight division and prepare for future title defenses, this playful interaction demonstrates that maintaining a positive, relaxed environment around him remains part of his success. Whether inside the cage or sharing laughs with teammates, Islam continues to show why he is not only respected as a fighter, but also admired as a supportive and engaging teammate.